You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk show.
Hi and welcome to the Tilton Talk show. On this week's show we have Chris Pugh, Sam Hubert and Thomas Clayton from Stepping Stones Global, and we join the conversation regarding the upcoming FA Cup game replay against Huddersfield. With playing Man United, let's just get behind the boys tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
well, we need to get there first.
Exactly, you know, but if there's a decent crowd and like we've said, I think momentum is key. It's a word that's used so often, and when you're winning games, and you know we've won
I think the thing
5 out of the last 8. I think it is in all competitions. Yeah, we're scoring goals again. We're all right. We've conceded 1 in both the last 2 games, but we're not looking that leaking ship that we were pre-Christmas.
Yeah,
where we looked like we conceded every possible opportunity. And again, like you said, I certainly don't fear Huddersfield coming tomorrow night.
No. But the thing you've got to consider with Huddersfield coming tomorrow, yes, more than likely they're going to rest players, but then players are going to want to prove a point to get into the Premier League games.
And also, they've bought players in the summer, so the players that they rest and bring in will probably be a makeup of the side that actually got them promoted last year.
Yeah, possibly.
So, that you remember they rested 11 players against us in the last but one game of last season. That's right, yeah. And we beat them pretty comfortably. But actually, the players they left out that day are probably going to be the players that come in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Because they brought in Premier League players in the summer.
Yeah.
So it's certainly not a given that we'll knock them out and play Man United. But like I said, there's certainly no reason to fear them.
No.
And with us at home, then I think we've got a good shot.
We got absolutely nothing to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, in regards, I think it's quite funny now. I bet the fans that were saying, let's focus on the league, don't worry about the cup. We'll all want to be at the Man United game if we get through.
Of course
there is three worse teams than us in that league, 110% now, especially over the last month.
I believe that now, yeah.
That's why I'm confident we'll stay up still. We've still got Barnsley at home to come. Bolton away, we do quite well up there
Millwall
historically. Millwall
Hull at home.
Yeah, literally all the teams we've got at home bar Bolton.
Yeah.
And that's going to be key.
Yeah.
I mean, Hull score goals, but they're really leaky at the back. Sunderland are using they're awful.
Yeah.
Burton,
I think
kind of play
Burton
good stuff.
is spirited, but the quality's not there.
No.
And I think
as Stephen just said on the thing, he said momentum's key.
It is.
And I believe easy 3 points against Villa. And we'll be on our way.
We'll
be right. But yeah, Huddersfield tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, hope so.
Well, that's a big game on Sunday. Massive game on Sunday. I think it'll be a good one
if
as
we
well.
win, I hope we do win tomorrow night, because somebody put on the form. I think we're 4th in the Championship form table. They're top. So if we win tomorrow night, that'll mean we'll have won 6 out of the last 9 games in all competitions, and they've won 6 on the bounce. What better way to go into a derby with 2 massively informed teams?
Yeah.
Both got things to play for at both ends, at the corresponding ends of the table. Makes for an absolutely outstanding game.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't know regarding the live game, but do we know what is the live game? Or is it
not
live
Blues?
tomorrow?
Not Blues.
No, it's not.
No.
Is it possibly Tottenham Newport?
It could be.
I'm not too sure. I haven't checked, to be fair.
So what are your thoughts now on Mr. Cottrell, says Jamie Tarbuck?
Mentioning this just
Do you
before
think
the
he's
show,
the right
weren't we?
man now for the job?
Short term, yes. Long term, no. That's my short answer for that.
Yeah, I don't think I could put it better. I think the way he's got us going at the moment, the system, the formation, the setup he's got us playing. I think, as Sam says, short term, I believe now he will keep us up. Can I see him taking us any further than mid-table? Probably not. Can I see him being there in 2 years? Probably not.
So the board there, they gave me 2.5-year contracts.
Well, that's true, yeah. But
contracts mean nothing.
That means nothing.
Well, when Rabbit was in there, because the finances weren't good, it was on a rolling.
Yeah, of course,
rolling.
They can afford.
I'm good that Rabbit left, but at the end of the day, we've got to move on from that. I've got a friend, James, who's a Derby fan, and he's loving that we got rid of them.
I bet he is, yeah.
Hopefully, I really hope they get promoted. To be honest, Derby. Just for Rabbit, because he deserves.
Well, I hope they do, because it means them across the road won't.
Yeah,
because Wolves are up. So if Derby go up automatically, then we've got to settle for.
Well, did you see them on Saturday? Wolves. They were fantastic.
Outstanding team.
Jesus, what a side they are.
They paid 15 million for that Neves.
I know.
He's 50. 50 million.
He's got to be the best player that's played in that league.
Yeah,
in a long,
I think
time.
I'll probably go with that. Yeah.
But moving back to Cottrell, I think.
I know, yeah.
The Wolves show.
But yeah,
yeah.
Cottrell Blues. Yeah, I think he's a good idea for us. I was one of the ones who wasn't impressed with our run of form, but he's turned it around. Fair play to him. He's got the players playing for him.
Yeah.
We've got a good bit of momentum going, and I think he'll keep us up. And then good transfer window. Hopefully, we actually buy someone in the summer, and then take it from there. Start fresh, new season.
I think. Listen, I think if we stay up, I think he deserves the transfer window.
He deserves a go, yeah.
You know, and I think he deserves the start to the season. But as I say, it's a tricky one.
So we must have dropped in that relegation zone towards the back end of September or something like that, and I can't remember us coming out.
We weren't in the drop when Redknapp got sacked at home. We were at home to Preston. We just lost at home to Preston, hadn't we? When Redknapp got sacked.
I'm sure.
I don't think we were in the drop zone then.
Right. Okay. We've been there for a while though.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's felt like years. But
I just wanted to get back to your point about the transfer window, like this one that's just gone. Like obviously we didn't bring anyone in.
Yeah.
I still think it was a successful transfer window, regardless of that fact. Sunderland have lost Graben.
Yeah.
That's their main goal outlet gone.
Yeah.
Bolton ditto with Medine.
Yeah.
All right, they won on Friday against Bristol, but you know anyone could beat anyone on their day in this
aren't
league.
doing anything.
Hull done nothing, and they're still without Abel Hernandez as well. He's out injured till about March, April time. So, and we never lost anyone key, which was important as well.
Yeah.
Okay, what is offloaded, you'd only consider as a bit of deadwood in the squad, and like.
Well, if you remember, towards the middle of the window, there was quite a bit of talk about Jenkinson and Bramall going back to Arsenal to free up some space. With the injury to Grounds now, it's a good job Bramall didn't go back.
Now, what do you do now because from what I've heard, Grounds is out for the season.
I think, I'd be surprised to see him back if it's medial ligaments. I'd be surprised to see him back.
That's usually
do you go Jenkinson right back with Conn left back, or do you go Bramall at left back?
I think I'd bring Dacres Cogley in and go Dacres Cogley right, Jenkinson left.
And you drop Collan?
Yes, and I'd go Collan right, Bramall left on Sunday.
Oh, you're on about for the cook. I was just on about for your main starting
lineup. Generally, as my first 11, it would be Collan right, Bramall left. Yeah, that's what I'd go now. But you know, it's good to have the option of Jenkinson if Collan's form drops a little bit. It hasn't so far this season. So
see, I think the thing with Cogley, I just don't think they are. I mean, I rate the kid. I think he's all right. From the looks of it, he isn't. Cottrell isn't.
I've got an Arsenal fan there, Ben Hughes, and he says you can keep Jenkinson. I think he's a fan. I think he's got a lot of potential, to be honest. I think he's all right, especially at championship level.
His mid-20s? His potential's really been... If he's going to reach his potential, he would have reached it by now.
Yeah.
I think he's decent, but not the next level that would.
No,
I think he'll play tomorrow night. I think he'll play tomorrow night, so we'll get
scream.
Probably. So we'll get to see him again tomorrow.
Stephen Cowell says that I blame Mr. Fun for the injury to Grounds after we put a curse on him last week, saying he never gets injured.
I did say that, and I do apologise. Yeah,
and a lot of people saying it's a straight swap for Bramall for Grounds.
Yeah. For your first 11, that's the best.
You see, I don't know where I stand on it because I don't know. I don't think I've seen enough of Bramall to be happy throwing him in straight away. I think I'd be happy with Jenkinson at right back, Collan at left back. Because when Collan played left back in the first few games after he joined, he did all right.
I thought he looks
better at right back because it's his natural position. Yeah. But I thought overall he didn't do too badly.
But I think you need to give someone a chance in the cup games. Yeah, that's the only way you're going to get thrown in the deep end. Not in like an important league game that we need to win. Yeah. You know what I mean? So give him a chance. Yeah,
Bramall come in out the blue really away at Fulham, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And all their trouble come from the other side when Ensue was playing right back.
Yeah.
So he didn't do anything dramatically wrong at Fulham.
Him leaving is the best reason why that transfer window was a success.
Him and Gleeson going has massively helped us. Yeah.
Stephen wants to talk about Ndoye there. I think that's one for you.
Oh, good.
Ungoat. Right. That's how he's going to be known as from now on. Ungoat.
Free transfer in the summer. What an honestly, another. I sit here and I was sitting at St Andrews on Tuesday night, and I was so prepared to give him a chance. And I thought, okay, a really poor team here in Sunderland. They got nothing in midfield. This is your chance. Come on, Czech, impress me. Do something and impress me. Show me what you showed at Huddersfield away when you were supposedly brilliant, and all these other games where you're supposed to have been bossing it. He is the worst footballer I have seen in a blue shirt. He is just awful.
I don't mean that.
At honestly, he's
I just want to double
terrible
check.
at football.
Did we win 2 games last week? We
did. But do you know what? Fair play to the team, because we're winning games with 10.5 players.
Yeah, you're right.
He's just atrocious. I fear giving the ball away every time he's in possession.
What's the situation with Cusack, by the way, out of interest? Cusack.
Is he injured,
or is
or
he just...
Well,
who's been on the bench
Truman's
recently?
been on the bench.
Right, I don't know what's happened with Cusack then. I
thought
maybe
nothing.
he's the last bad apple.
Yeah, well, I thought
Same,
Cusack was going to go in the window, but he hasn't.
Well, we discussed it, didn't we? Whether we should let him go and just have Truman on the bench. I said, yeah, why not?
Yeah,
I think bring Mike Taylor back.
That's
steady the ship.
Solid option, yeah.
I'm going to go from Mr. Fun to Mr. Happy, Mr. Stuart McDonald.
Yeah.
If we stay up, good to hear a release. This run can come to an end. The thing that concerns me, are we going to get any money to buy new players? I don't think so. It's possible Cottrell will walk if he does not get the budget to buy his own. I think we are going to be a team of unrest for a few years yet.
Thank you, Stuart. That's cheered me up. I don't think Cottrell will walk. I think he's got a good job here, actually.
I don't think, unless you're actually like a top class manager in the Premier League, and walking is a possibility because you're getting, he's not going to walk away from money.
No.
Would you?
And offers aren't probably going to come his way thick and
Well,
fast.
no, I mean, in all seriousness, like at the end, he's been unemployed since he got let go from Bristol City a couple of years ago. Now he hasn't had any work since.
He wasn't exactly.
He wasn't high in demand for work.
Throwing offers at him.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've got somebody else is on your side here as well. Paul Evans says, "Why do people think Ndoye is good? I can't see it. He's clumsy, gives away too many free kicks, and could cost us dearly. But saying that, can't help but like him."
I had to laugh on Saturday when I but you know like Sky Sports have the highlights for the Championship game pretty much straight away afterwards. So I watched their one because it's a lot longer than the one that you get on the Blues YouTube channel. And the first bit of action that was on there, the ball was at Ndoye's feet. He's gone to pass it forward. He's bounced off a Sheffield Wednesday player and he almost scored.
Checkmate, isn't it?
I was like, that's just Ndoye to a T.
I don't get
10 seconds.
I don't get the likability though.
I rate him personally. I think he always puts in a shift.
Sam would put in a shift.
I'd put in a shift.
Now.
Exactly. That's what you want. What you want for Boomsy is people who put in a good shift, like Robbie Savage back in the day, aren't scared to put in a challenge.
Robbie Savage was vastly underrated on the ball as well. Savage could actually play. Savage would get about and he'd kick people, but he could actually play and he could pass the ball as well. He is just a gigantic lump of a liability in that middle of the park. And I have to say, fair play to Davis and Kieftenbeld, because they're doing the work of 3 for 2. The two of them are doing the work of that 3-man midfield. But every time he gets it, his mind doesn't work quick enough. He hasn't got that footballing brain, and he needs too much time, as you say. It's bouncing off him left, right, and centre. He can't pick a pass.
I mean, I do think he's honestly been better since he's come back into the side. Because wasn't it Cottrell that was speaking? Was it pre or post match? I can't remember. But basically said he took him out the team for him to.
There seems to be a big push from the club, in support of him. Now, I don't know whether that's because he's on a fair whack wages wise. And they want to give him the best possible chance to get going and show us something.
Rajat there said, it's just gone now, he said, the only thing Birmingham is lacking is Virgil van Dijk. To be honest, I think Liverpool can keep him.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
They can have him.
Well, how was there even a debate? Did you watch the Liverpool game?
But on yesterday,
I won't go into debate. But how was there even a debate with the penalty?
I haven't seen it, man. I couldn't even say.
The amount of Liverpool
Did you see
fans.
the Tottenham? Not the Tottenham. I was going to say the Tottenham thing. The linesman celebrating, giving the penalty.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
but he's made the decision, and the referees agreed to it. So if you do something in your job, and your boss agrees with you and goes with it, then you feel pride in that. The linesman has the has the knowledge of the laws and the
Surely
rules.
the league would know because obviously it'll be the Premier League or the FA or whatever that assign match officials, linesmen, and all that to every single game every week.
Yeah.
Surely they would know background information in regards to what teams they support, what teams they don't like.
Yeah,
Surely
yeah.
that's asked.
Yeah.
So,
You've started the
so for
ball rolling
example,
here with Ndoye. Honestly, Chris, you're talking rubbish.
I'm not. I'm honestly, whoever has said that, I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not.
Lately, Ndoye has been great in doing his job, which isn't being too technical passing midfielder.
It's a bloody good job.
It's to cut up play, disrupt tempo.
But all
been
he's doing
that
is fouling people. But he's not breaking up.
only in a nice way.
He's not breaking up play and disrupting the tempo by winning the ball fairly and this, that, and the other.
here's a little fun fact for you anyway. You know they had the Championship fantasy football on the Telegraph this year.
Oh, okay.
At the start of the season, Ndoye and Ruben Neves were exactly the same price going into the start of the season. 3.5 million towards your team.
But you can say that about anyone. Like I'm sure, like Lewandowski was bought for like 3-4 million back at Dortmund.
Yeah.
If you get them, you get them. Do you know what I mean? We could have
Yeah.
had Gareth Bale again for 4 million.
Yeah.
but we didn't get him.
The question of the night has got to be, what's Sam doing reading the Telegraph?
Yeah.
I know it's just on the Championship. I don't read the Telegraph.
There's no page 3 on that, you know.
I'm not some reader. How
I've just
insulting.
I've seen one of my friends, Vinny from Oman. He's originally from India, but he's tuning in, which is nice to say. He's a big Man United fan, unfortunately, but can't help it.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
I'll try
That's
and
probably
convert him
that's- well, that's
to
definitely
Blue
already-
names.
Yeah, we don't mention that. Okay, people are asking, who is the handsome young chap in the middle? Is it about time we
Yes.
introduced him? Okay, so
Yes.
it's Thomas, and you're going to tell us all about what it is you do.
Is it? Okay, well, I'll give it a go
And
now.
started.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'll try. Right.
In your own time, no worries.
First of all, thanks for Tilton Talk for having me on. And thanks for the support from Tilton Alliance and everyone else who's helped. But basically, I'm setting up a charity or a charitable organisation called Stepping Stones Global. And the basis of it is to help people with anxiety and depression, just to show them that they're not alone going through this, and there's people out there going through similar things that can help. And I'm going to do this by a series of groups. I already run a football group called RT Rovers, which I run in Chelmsford Wood at North Solihull Sports Centre. Fridays 2 till 4. It's £3 per session. But if you get in touch with me on, what's my email now? That'd be useful.
yeah.
Tom Stepping Stones Solihull at gmail.com.
I'll put it up in a bit.
Yeah.
Right,
Oh, thanks, appreciate that. And I've got my own page. It's facebook.com/Stepping Stones Global. So I've got all my information on there if you want to get in touch and all that. But basically, so I'm running RT Rovers, which at the moment's got there's about 10 of us at the moment. It's a mixture of Blues fans and Villa fans, unfortunately, but what can you do?
Oh, well.
But the thing that I'm trying to get across is it doesn't matter who you support. That doesn't define you as a person. You can be a nice Blues fan and not a nice Blues fan, a nice Villa fan, not a nice Villa fan. And it's the same with anxiety and depression. It doesn't define you as a person. It's just something you're going through. And hopefully Stepping Stones Global, with the support from people like Blues for All, Blues Alliance. No, I've got them all written down. I've written them. Yeah, sorry. Tilton Alliance, Bick from Blues for All, who does a lot of helping the community. Blues Collective, Anwar from FSF, Football Supporters Federation.
Yeah.
And he was the one who started the Kick It Out thing, and really nicely.
Go on.
Fans
You might have to just stand up for a second. Stand up for a second. We can go on. Get the people say, that's it. Got it. Yeah.
See that as well?
Yeah, got it. Yeah, got it. Well done.
So Love Brum are helping out as well, and a big shout out to Stuart from Tilton Alliance, and also Adrian, because he seems to know everyone. He's been a real big help, and of course, World Football Banter Society, they're like the team, the page that I help with. I just talk about football. They've been really supportive, and they just talk about everything, like who's better, Drogba or Bergkamp and all that. But that's another thing. But they're really good lads from all over the world.
Without wishing to pry too much.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah.
why did you set it up?
Why did I set up? Without going into too much detail. I've had troubles with anxiety and depression for one reason or another. For years, on and off. I've tried this and that, and then I started going to RT Rovers myself about 6-7 years ago, but it's been running for about 10 years, and then I ended up running it because the guy who runs it was ill, and I just collected the money and ran it, and then they told us that we'd lost all our funding and that the group was stopping. I was like, this helps a lot of people, I can't stop that. So I've just been emailing like anyone and everyone, do you know what I mean, like local MPs, like Birmingham City Fan Forum, like all these people who've got me in touch with this person, who's put me in touch with this person, who's put me, and it's just been like a big avalanche of support. And I'm really passionate that this Stepping Stones Global can really help people and show that there's calm after the storm. You're not alone going through this, and that we can help you take small steps to a brighter future.
It's very much a hidden thing, isn't it? Really, anxiety.
There's still a stigma about it, and it's awful. Like you can't talk about it.
A lot of people live with it and don't say anything as well. I think that's the thing that needs to be.
So I mean, I know someone from a couple of weeks ago that actually took their own life and didn't know nothing. Just seemed like an everyday, average, normal guy, and you just don't know what. And because there's that stigma, you can't talk about it. But you should be able to. You shouldn't be ashamed or anything like that. It's something to be embarrassed about.
So I'm guessing as well with anxiety, this must have been quite a big thing for you, Tom, to come here tonight. I do know how it affects
basically,
people.
I was told there was only like 500 listeners, and I didn't realise there was going to be cameras on there. So I had to make sure my hair was done and all that.
It looks lovely.
Put on a clean blues hoodie and that. But basically, I'm just trying to like raise awareness and about what's going on, because I'm doing this all myself. I'm the head of marketing, I'm the head of accounting, I'm the head of fundraising, I run all the groups. I'm doing it all myself. So I've got support from the people I've listed. I've got this is for you, by the way. It's like a little.
Oh right, okay.
It's like
I can see that.
Finger football.
Finger football, so you put it on. You could have like a weekly who wins the thing. I don't know.
Well done. Well, we will do that. Yeah.
But it's unbelievable the amount of support I've had. Like, and people coming up to me saying like, "Oh, I've had anxiety. I've had depression. I think what you're doing is really good." And like, my mum and sister said they're proud of me. My girlfriend said they're proud of me. And that like really like. And my dad said he's proud of me. But,
Ricky's just said, explain your raffle and what you can win.
Yeah.
Basically, Ricky, thanks for getting in touch, and everyone else who's saying kind words.
I was just going to say, there's a lot.
There's comments after
a
time.
lot of respect for you, mate.
Yeah. No, I appreciate all this. Basically, I'm going to set up a raffle. I still need to set up a bank account in the name of Stepping Stones Global, so it's official. But I've got a few of these shirts that I showed earlier. And it's £2 for 5 tickets, and then you could win a few T-shirts. We've got a few wristbands, a few bits and pieces. And Paul Robbo Robinson, Birmingham City former captain, kindly has donated a signed blue shirt for me to auction off. So I'm gonna. So if you're listening, Robbo, cheers. I'm gonna auction that separately, and I'm hoping to win the bid, because I really want it on my wall, to be honest. So like, whatever you bid, I'm going to bid £1 more and do like an Arsenal there for Suarez. But we'll.
There's a lot of love for you on the.
I appreciate all the love.
Have you got your own fan club here tonight?
I got my.
A lot of respect and praise for you.
But I'm running the football group, RT Rovers, at the moment. But I'm going to be setting up like a jog around the park. You know, Bruton Park in Solihull. And you don't have to run. You can just walk and have a chat and take pictures of wildlife, whatever you do. And that's going to be called Jog On, which I like. And also, what's the other one? A coffee morning called Chari-tea and Coffee Morning. And I'm just trying to find the best location for that, to be honest. Somewhere quiet that if you struggle leaving the house, you don't want to go to like a really busy place. You want somewhere nice. I've got a couple of places that are in contact with me.
Any local business owners that are listening that have got their own place, get in touch.
Of course, yeah.
But basically, I'm hoping. Well, the only thing that needs money is the football thing, because I have to pay £25 a week to hire the hall, and so £250 over 10 weeks, and they want it all in bulk. And it's like, I'm doing this voluntarily at the moment. This is Just
You're not at work at the moment.
This is my thing. Yeah. This is my work. Ideally, I'd like a salary at some point, but like this is getting this up and running is what I want to do. So I've applied for funding with like Loughborough, a few other places.
They're good people.
We know Tim, don't we? From
we know
Loughborough,
Tim personally,
so
he's a good person. Really good. Yeah.
Fantastic. But Adrian, you can crawl. Yeah. And, thanks for everything. I know you don't like people thanking you, but appreciate all this. Yeah.
He's a good man. He's a good man.
Good lad.
He's a good man.
I'll see you tomorrow.
And just quickly, how can people get contact you? I know you said it before, but just tell us all
like
again.
Facebook
How can they
and
contact
Twitter or anything?
Websites. Right, basically it's www.facebook.com/Stepping Stones Global, all one word.
Yep. Okay.
And then my email address is tomsteppingstones.solihull @gmail.com. It's Solihull because I think it's a very simple idea to get going. So like you could have like a Stepping Stones Oxford, a Stepping Stone Manchester, Stepping Stones Pwllheli that like Jack, Ben and
I can see that working.
all these people can do. And,
there's nowhere where people can donate now, is there? Because
not yet, but
no.
if you I don't want to be like my page, but like my page.
Yeah, like his page.
That's all it is really at the moment. Okay. And then as soon as I've set the bank account up, which is the next stepping stone to take, then once that's done, I'll set up the raffle, and then I'll let you know what's going on.
Yep. Okay.
And Vinny has just said there's going to be a Stepping Stones India. Appreciate that.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Good stuff. Cheers, in Tom.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
You can have that one as well.
Cheers.
Everybody gets it. Right then. So we've done the Sunderland.
Yes.
Let's move on.
We didn't really go into the Sheffield Wednesday game.
Not massively.
Not massively.
Do you want to?
Shock.
I wasn't there, so I can't really comment on how the game went. But I woke up at 4:20. I was in the middle of night shifts, and I thought I was on some sort of substance because I couldn't quite get my head around that we scored 3 goals 2 games in a row.
It's a funny name for a girl, isn't it? Night shift.
I wish.
No, but it's one of them that a lot of times this season we've looked back at a game and gone, if we'd have had a little bit more luck here or there, we certainly got it on, our fair share on Saturday with the first 2 goals in particular. Defensive errors, we've given a lot away in defensive errors this season, and it was good to be the recipient of it on Saturday. We were 2-0 up before the first red card, so
yeah.
So
that
I don't think the red cards
No.
played a massive impact. Obviously, once you're 3-0, 3-1 up, and they're down to 9 men, it's easy to see the game out then, isn't it? So in that sense, it helps.
So I guess the thing with their goal on, because against Sunderland, Cottrell was quite unhappy with the way that goal was scored.
Yes.
But their goal on Saturday was quite a good strike, to be fair, by Jow.
Yeah, I don't think you could be overly critical of any of the defence really for conceding that. So
no.
Benji's just asked, did anyone buy a pie in Sheffield?
I
wouldn't risk it
yet
personally.
again, we've had
nothing.
no pie,
no
pie
right.
shots.
So what was this whole pie? Were you doing the right pie segment now?
Yeah, pie,
okay.
That's what we were hoping
Who
to
rates
get
all
going.
the pies? Who rates all the pies?
But,
Oh yeah, I've seen the commenter. I forgot his name now. I wanted to pick him out. It says that I look like the one that eats all the pies. How rude!
How rude!
How rude!
That is very rude.
Mr. Happy
Good.
is concerned we could fall back into pre-Christmas play. Just hope Cottle can keep the team motivated when we lose a game. Stuart,
but he has done, because that's happened with Derby.
Mm-hmm.
We did okay against Derby, but we were beaten by the better team that day. And since then we haven't lost again. So if that was the test, if that was the acid test to how the team unity is, how the spirit is in the team and in the squad, then we've certainly showed that we're capable of bouncing back from defeat again, because we did it with Derby.
I think the key change in that side is the fact that Dean's on the pitch and he's captain. And because he looks like a presence. He barks out his orders. He organises that defence. Morrison always looks very quiet and like a bit shady kind of. I feel a lot more confident in that side with Dean as captain and leading that team as. It's a lot more. He's got a lot more captain
Yeah.
qualities about him. 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the one other thing you could say about Sheffield Wednesday is the Hotter. Really good to see him on the score sheet. You know, he obviously a bit of a stroke of luck with the first goal, but he's got himself in a good position for the second goal as well. You know, with the keeper's made the save, but you know he's got himself forward into that attacking area, and that's what you want to see. That's what I want to, in particular, see more of. You know, if you're 30 yards out and Gallagher wins the ball, you want players around him, and Hotter looks like he's going to be.
I remember watching him against Villa, and like I was screaming. I was like, he made some lovely little runs, but he didn't look up. He wasn't looking up. There was a few passes on, or he could have shot, or he didn't.
Yeah.
But now he seems to be sorting all that. He's finding the pass, and now he's got goals to his game, and hopefully he's a confidence player.
Yeah,
so he'll get it going.
Yeah.
And
I think it helps if he knows Boger's on the pitch with him, and Gallagher's up front. You know, then he's going to be more willing to get forward and support, knowing that those are helping him out. You know, and
there's a lot of people who were unsure about Gallagher for a little bit because he just wasn't
left wing. That's why he was being stuck out in the wrong position.
But now he's in the right place.
Yeah.
He's proving everyone right.
He looks
Sorry, quickly. Thanks to Adrian for putting up the Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Stepping Stones Global, all one word.
Oh, thanks, Adrian.
No problem. Oh, and Grounds will be missed. A few people have said this.
He will be.
Whatever people think of Grounds, he does add balance and does a job.
Yeah, he has done a job this season. I think defensively he's probably more solid than Bramall, but you know, and Sunday in particular against Villa, that's Snodgrass. So Snodgrass is on that right hand side.
But
you'd probably want a little bit of a more solid defensive player. But actually, if Bramall's willing to get forward a little bit more, we know what Bruce is like. If Bramall's getting forward, Bruce's mindset is going to be Snodgrass help stop him getting forward.
Now, what I'm thinking is, because Snodgrass left-footed likes to cut in.
Yeah.
Go with Colin at left back for the Villa game, because he'll be a lot more defensively sound. Plus, if Snodgrass is cutting in, then Colin's on his favoured foot.
Maybe.
So I think that wouldn't be the worst move in the world. And then, depending on when we play Millwall because if we get through or they get through, that'll be moved to the midweek. Let Bramall get into the team from there, and see how he gets on. But if he's struggling, obviously you look to take him out the firing line, don't you?
I mean, you've got tomorrow night as well. So if Jenkinson or Colin or Bramall play tomorrow night, obviously it depends what happens there as well. But that's an option.
I think he'll go for the same formation and lineup that he did in the first game. If I'm being honest,
he's shown. And the league game, he's shown what system he likes. He's shown what formation we're set with now. So I don't think it'll go far from that.
No. Kevin is indicated that this may just be our purple patch.
Do you believe Lady Luck?
It. As long as the purple patch makes sure that we stay up, then of all the colours of the rainbow, as long as we stay up, be right. Yeah, playing well though, and momentum, keep it going.
I think that's the key. We're on our run, and Reddings and Hull and people are they're the ones who are looking over their shoulders, worrying now. Yeah. Barnsley are on a bad run, and it looks like they're about to lose their manager to Leeds. So,
guys, we've scored 6 goals in 2 games. Why still all negativity? I don't think we've been that negative.
I haven't been that negative. No. I mean, bar Chris and Doy.
Well, listen, we could be about to play Real Madrid in the Champions League final, and I'd still be unsure about that one. But.
Exactly. Oh, sorry about that. Ben Hughes, he's our player already. Who is? Harley Dean. No, he is.
Yeah, I wasn't on about Dean.
Oh, right, okay.
I was on about the forward. I don't know.
Stephen says Dean has been a great captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's shown that really it's not. It can't be a coincidence, can it, that since he came in as captain and the squad have looked more united and there is a bit more ingenuity between them and they look a little bit better.
I was a big fan of Paul Robinson personally as captain last season, and I think he was solid.
I think he was a bit of a Marmite.
For me, I liked him. I thought he always showed passion, and that's what you need in a team. Gets everyone going. But new captain's doing really good as well. Really well. Sorry.
I'm glad we have a number of goal scorers now. We would have worked out if we had relied. It wouldn't. I think it means we wouldn't have worked out if we'd relied solely on Gallagher, says Robert.
Yeah. I see what you mean, but obviously Gallagher is your focal point, and the goals that he's scored, I think people are aware of him now. But maybe that does free up Boga and Magoma and Hotter for, if people are concerned about getting around Gallagher and stopping him, then
there's one thing we always have kind of been, and that's a side that always looked capable of scoring goals from set pieces, whether it be a direct free kick, getting the ball in the box from a free kick corner. This season, we have not looked like scoring from set pieces, so it is having to come from open play. Yeah. Midfielders are going to need to start chipping in because Gallagher can't score every single chance he's going to get. The goals do need to come from somewhere else.
Well, Davis has got 2 in 2 now, and Hotter got his 2. Magoma's been excellent. Boga, you can see Boga chipping in with a few before the end of the season as well 100%. With his technical ability. So
Steve Portman agrees with you, Tom. He says we lost the leader on the pitch when they dumped Robinson out of the team.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Like I said,
it's been completely
a leader on the pitch. A leader on the pitch, possibly.
Yeah, and hopefully
in terms of ability as a defender anymore.
No, he's past
I think and I think that's why he was given the coaching role.
Yeah,
because they know they understand his presence within the club. And the fact that he is a big character, and they obviously wanted to keep hold of that, but they just couldn't afford to keep him in near the first team squad anymore.
Yeah.
Was Dutch Mike our best signing in January?
That's very true, actually. Yeah, possible. I thought he was excellent again.
Well, that's
at
the thing.
Sunderland.
Him and Grounds contract extensions.
Yeah.
Everyone else whose contract was due to expire in the summer, you'd look at every single one of them and go, okay, I won't be too fussed if they go.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
You wanted to keep hold of them.
You wanted to keep hold of them too, and we have done now. So that's again another reason why I thought it was a good window for us.
Yeah.
Did Tama mention the sign top donated by Robbo? Yeah, you did.
Yes,
you did. Yeah,
I did. That's why I gave him an extra big.
Mark Hopkins says he's not looking forward to Sunday.
Oh, how can you not? How can you not look forward to the derby?
Everyone will be nervous.
I know it's a nervy game, and you get a little bit on edge, on the Saturday before and in the build up to the game. But you're in the same division as them.
It's a nervous excitement as well. Like
you're telling me it weren't the first one you looked out for when the fixtures released.
It is the first one I look out for.
You look for both Villa games, don't you? Exactly.
Realistically, what do you think the chances of reloaning Gallagher? If Southampton get relegated, we have no chance.
Well, if Southampton get relegated, I think he'll be straight back to them.
Well, Southampton are struggling to score
goals.
Big to perform.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were to go to him next season. You know what? Come and have a go.
Yeah.
In the first team,
because they're not getting anyone else.
No.
So
yeah.
I think. Listen, he's English. He's still young. Based on what he's done in the Championship, you're probably looking at 10 million to buy him.
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be cheap to get him. And like you say, I think he's been out on loan a couple of times now, and it's probably time for him to actually nail down. He
either decides to stick it out and basically
you either say to Southampton, right, am I going to play? If not,
I want to leave. Yeah.
But I hope Liverpool B team stay up, to be honest, because then it's more chance we'll get him on loan.
Yeah,
and be cheaper all round.
Yeah,
be all right.
Talking about B teams, that's a bit of a farce, isn't it? Chelsea playing under 20. How's that
in the
going to work?
semi-final?
So they're in the semi-final.
But also, I think I was reading, if they get to the final, that's on the same day as Chelsea's first team play. So I think Chelsea are playing on the Sunday or the Saturday of the day of the
that whole
JPT.
Checker Trade Trophy is a joke.
Final.
So if they do get to the final,
so no Chelsea fans will be at the final supporting their under 23s because they'll all be at the first team game.
Whose idea was that?
Baffling.
Stupid. The whole point of it, the whole argument is that they want to try and get some young English
competitive
playing. It's like
under
6 or
23s
7
playing
games a season.
Yeah,
what difference is that?
And there's about 200 people going every day.
Yeah,
it's demoted. What could be, a nice little earner.
Well, it used to be good for the League 1 and 2 teams.
Well, heck, look when we won it.
League 1 and 2 teams aren't going to get to Wembley.
No.
In either cup final. So it's a good chance for them to play teams in and around them in League 1 and 2. And and get to a cup final.
Because I remember when I did my old show last year, I did all the research and all that kind of stuff behind it all.
Yeah.
And Sheffield United was one team I looked at. They played the league game at home on the Saturday, and then they played Walsall in the chari-tea trophy on the Tuesday evening. 19,000 went to their home game. Only 1,700 turned up for that chari-tea. 90% drop, and it's pretty much across the whole board.
Yeah.
Exactly the same. So fans were boycotting it in mass. Yeah. Obviously, like last season, fans were boycotting in mass. If you get to the semi-final, like, oh yeah, we're almost at Wembley, then you'll think you'll go. But you're defeating the whole boycott thing then, because that like the
says was great for Coventry last year. Let's be fair.
Yeah. But they only attended from the semi-final.
Exactly. They took 30,000 to Wembley. How many went to the group games?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, just quickly, sorry, Ray. Chari-tea, a joke. We've got check and doy. I think that's a very good point there, Ray. Thank you.
Well, it's factually correct, I suppose.
I think I just saw it. Was that a comment from Monty as well? Somewhere saying.
From who? Sorry.
Oh, it's gone.
No, I mean, it's stupid, that whole trophy, because the reason why they put the under 23s in was for the young players to play. Yeah. I don't see what playing against Yeovil on a Tuesday night or a team like Yeovil, how is that aiding development? No, you either loan them out or sell them, offload them.
I think it's Chelsea though, a big problem. They got so many people they loan out. Yeah. And
they just stock, like these big sides are just stockpiling players. I've got 10 to 20, maybe even more than that out on loan every single season. You're going to play 11. How many players do you need under contract? Yeah. It's a farce. I could be ranting all day about it.
To be honest, I agree with Ben there. Actually, I think personally the chari-tea trophy is good for the youngsters to be able to see if they can compete against the big boys. I agree.
But it's not the big boys, is it? They're not playing.
But at least they're getting game time and getting a feel of competitive football. So
yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, back to the real stuff. Confidence is key. Let's have Huddersfield tomorrow and spank the Villa Sunday. Job done, says Darren.
I'll take that
all day long, all day.
Sounds good to me. Yeah.
I think it'll be a draw on Sunday.
I'll take that.
I think it'll be a draw.
And talking about draws, apparently, don't forget the prize draw tonight, Chris, from Jez.
Oh yeah,
I haven't forgotten. In fact, we're gonna probably have to leave today's draw and do it next week.
Oh.
Because we're a man down, I didn't have time to prepare. You see, so I have to prepare. So
you can do a prize, or you can raffle off this if you like. Does anyone want a finger football thing? You kind of just
a mini Sabutia.
That's it. Mini Sabutia. That's good.
We'll put that in the prize for next week.
Well, we'll do next week.
It's a rollover.
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll do two draws next week as like we did last week, and that.
Try playing that drunk down the pub.
Sounds good.
Robert Dole, back to reality. Our set pieces are still shocking.
They are. You'd have thought we'd have found somebody who could take a decent free kick or corner, but
we didn't bring anyone in, did we? So
exactly.
Obviously, you're not going to if you don't bring anyone in.
Hotter might be one if he starts playing more regularly. Get him on set pieces, but like Sam mentioned earlier, we haven't looked like scoring from a set piece all season, really. No. So.
It's like even when Roberts comes over to take the long throw, this ball's just going into the box and he'll get headed.
You're basically hoping for it to drop, fortunately, to one of our players. Yeah. There's no technique or skill behind it.
Who was it? Who was our first home game of the season against now? Was it Bristol? It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it was,
we scored from a long throw in that game. The only one we scored all season. I'm pretty sure about that. This is the only time we've scored from a long throw in this season. And I can't even recall us actually scoring from a set piece. If someone can prove me wrong, crack on. Yeah. But I just can't remember it.
Yeah.
Physically can't.
James Brown's agreeing with Stuart, 100%. He says if Cottrell isn't given the money to buy his own players in the summer and he's kept us up, then we'll be in exactly the same position next year, especially losing the loans. We don't want to lose them.
No.
The thing is, I think there's a fairly solid core permanent there. It needs the quality added now. It needs that quality. It's going to take money. The owners are going to need to understand that. We've wasted a fair chunk already on loan fees and everything else on players that we didn't really need. It was like at one stage this season, you had obviously Jenkinson was injured, but you would have, if he wasn't, you would have had a fully fit Jenkinson, fully fit Collan, fully fit Nsu, 3 fully contracted right backs that have all joined in the last year and will be on decent whack just for right back.
Yeah.
What's the point?
Dean Yeater just says the prize draw, Mr. Fun to wear an undoy mask if he scores on Sunday. Are you up for that?
Well, I'm yet
The winner.
Still
The
yet
winner.
to see this infamous Endoy mask that everybody keeps talking about, that nobody will ever sell because he's rubbish.
Oh, he's all right.
All proceeds going towards.
Stepping stones.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Chris Woodley says, "Am I the only person who hates Derby Day?"
I don't know how you can't be.
No,
up for
I
it.
don't. I don't think it. I don't think it is a hate. I understand if people, well, especially on the Sunday morning or the Saturday night, and you're thinking, oh Gordon Bennett, here we go again. But once you actually get there, and the game starts, it's the one, like you said, it's the two fixtures you look for at the start of the season. And obviously you don't want to get spanked. But
Well, don't get me wrong. Like the one at Villa Park last year in April, towards the back end of the season, we were really off form.
Yeah.
I really wasn't looking forward to that until Redknapp come in.
As
As soon as we lost that game against Burton, I was like, oh God, I can't believe I'm going. I was half considering selling my ticket to that game on that Sunday. But this, I don't know how considering the current form. All right, Villa are on fantastic form as well.
Yeah.
If anything, it should be a great game. Yeah.
I think it makes it an even bigger pull. If you can go and get something there.
And I bet Sky are happy they're broadcasting it this year as well.
Not on. Yeah.
I think both teams are in good form. I'm going to go 1-1 draw. I think we'll get something from the. We'll get something from the
I'll
game.
absolutely take that.
No, I'll go against them. I'll go with that. We're going to win.
Okay.
We can't have everyone agreeing, can
I
we?
suppose I'll take that as well.
You know what? I think we're going to win.
Stop it.
And Raj says everyone is looking forward to Sunday, no matter what the reason is. I don't know what he means by that.
No, something's happening on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Mr. Fun masks are ready to go.
Oh,
They're getting made.
I don't want, definitely won't sell.
Good God. Can you imagine? What a thought.
Where's the name Mr. Fun come from, out of interest?
I'm not a massive fan of fun in general, really.
Okay.
I like the quiet life.
yeah. He's only started smiling in the last 6 months.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, actually, the last couple of weeks. There you go.
By the way, how did you ever get on with your big book of fun that you got for Christmas?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, and this year's was some action figures, some soldiers. So yeah, that
Coming together.
kept us
So
busy
jealous.
over Christmas. That was.
Nice bowl of Weetabix and a cup of tea.
That's it. Yeah,
Match of the day.
yeah.
Sorted.
Early night,
Mags, he's in form.
been brilliant.
He's in form.
Ross, is he injured at the
absolutely
moment?
Yeah, I think Tom Ross put earlier they're really working on him to get him back
Sunday.
for the Villa.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
And I hope he is back because he's since the Leeds game really, just after Christmas, he's been sensational.
Yeah.
His work rate has been superb. Something he's been criticised for quite a lot at his time at Blues. His work, does he really track back? Does he really want it enough? You can't question any.
Maybe his
any
fake
side of
agents
that.
have spoke to him.
Yeah, that guy on Twitter who was supposed to be coming on. Yeah,
He's had a word with him. It's like, come on,
That's it,
McGovern, step
Come
up
on,
your
you
games, lad.
Step it up.
Somebody just mentioned the Troy Deeney word. Well, that's definitely a red card.
It is straight red. Stop it.
Straight red.
Every
that is.
week.
Yeah.
But I think Magoma's, he has epitomised the upturn in form. Really, he's like I said, his work rate's been excellent, but he's also been, he's been pivotal in goals as well. He's setting them up or scoring them. I think he's been really impressive since the turn of
Yeah, it's
Christmas.
been class. It's good to see as well. You want
But
obviously
he's been good enough to keep Adams and Hotter out the team.
It's not as if like you and me ever sit here and we moan about players because we absolutely like them. We want them to prove us wrong.
Yeah, 100%.
Same with Ndoye. It benefits the Blues.
That's what I said. If Ndoye plays well, then Blues are better for it.
Yeah.
I want everybody in that Blues team to play well.
Yeah.
And like I said, the biggest testament I can pay to Magoma and Boga at the moment is that we were desperate for Adams to get fit, and he can't get back in the team at the moment.
No.
You've got a lot of love though, Mr. Fun. Ben
I
Hughes
can't believe
says
that.
he looks fun. I'd go for a pint with him. And Rajat says that it have action toys of Mr. Fun. So there might be a gap in the market.
Yeah, I think there's something there.
Pints of
you've
milk
got
from the
People
local.
want
Dragon's Den.
people want masks.
So it
People
is.
want action figures.
Yeah.
I know we're skitting in and out of subjects, but James Brown made a good comment somewhere, and I just can't find it regarding the Villa Burton, and he was saying something about well, they scored 2 goals.
Did you see how
Yes.
Mohamed his own
They
goal?
are there.
that was
They
a
are
shocker,
there.
wasn't it?
I was actually talking to my mate Ray about this, and he says it's one of the best, worst own goals, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yes,
the way
oh,
that
yeah.
it just,
It was, yeah.
just went in.
Yeah.
If that's
So-
possible.
Yeah, he struck it ever so well, to be
Oh,
fair.
it's kind of like that the Man City one from the 90s. Who was it? I can't remember who scored it now. Was it Jamie Pollock or something like that?
Oh,
He's like
he
flicked
scored
it
a few,
over his
didn't he, I
head,
think,
and then
yeah.
he's chipped the goalkeeper into his own
Oh,
net.
yeah, I think I do. Yeah. I do remember that one.
There are rumours of a spat between the two directors, isn't there, as well? Dean and
Yeah.
Wren, is it?
Yeah.
Well, Almagier is it? So he's good to follow on all that
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of stuff. He does a lot of research into the
Yeah.
background of the
Yeah.
club.
Yeah.
But, you know, I think if Dean's the one in charge of transfers and the owners look at where we are in the table, I think the owners have got a fair right to say, well, actually, we've spent a fair bit of money since we've come in. We give you 14 players in the summer, and we're in the bottom 3, or we just got out the bottom 3 now. So I don't think it's just, you know, a lot of people say they don't care, they're only here to sell it and stuff, but I think they are only here to make a profit on us.
Yeah.
But
But that
actually,
money
if
does do
they've
well for that.
if they've put money in, they have put money into us, you know, and they give Redknapp a lot of money in the summer, and I think they've got every right to say we bought 14 players. How come we're 14? How come we're 20th?
Yeah.
Or, well, wherever we are
Well,
at the moment.
I'd love to see the books. I would into where money's gone and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because you got to think how much money they've been paying.
Well, I think
these
I
people
think it
behind
said
the
about £8
scenes.
million on the 3 managerial sackings.
It's ridiculous.
And we've,
That's
I think Redknapp got a few people in and put them on quite a lot of money.
Oh, huge
The
money,
wages
yeah.
will be ridiculous.
impacted
Yeah, but that's
what cost.
yeah.
us had
We've
to
said this
spend,
before.
really.
I'm guilty of it. We completely fell for the Redknapp thing, didn't
Yeah.
we? In the summer,
Absolutely.
we all fell
I
for
was
the
quite excited, like, oh, he'll sort us out.
100%.
And
Yeah,
he
you
did,
know, Redknapp on transfer deadline day. What an absolute buzz! You know, getting all these players
thing
in.
is, I used to my ex was all of her family were massive Portsmouth fans, and when
Yeah.
I was talking to them about it all, they all warned me.
Yeah.
And I was like, nah, he can't be
QPR
that bad.
fans said
Now
it.
I'm
They
like,
all he'll bankrupt them again.
Yeah.
And, you know,
And
we all
obviously,
fell
wow.
for it.
But at the end of the day, he did what we got him in for, kept us up.
Yeah, well, that's all they should have been bought in for. In
Yeah.
hindsight, hindsight's
Just
a lovely, powerful tool, isn't it? That should be our
course,
superpower,
yeah.
hindsight.
Yeah, exactly.
Stephen Cowell says Mags is back for Sunday. Must have some insight.
Oh well, I hope he
Che
is. I
Adams
hope
is
he is.
starting.
Well,
Might as
there's
well.
no point risking him on Tuesday.
I'd certainly start Adams tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Get him a decent amount of minutes before Sunday. Yeah,
I think it's brilliant.
because he's someone.
Che.
Yeah, if he starts or if he comes off the bench, he's someone who can
By
make
the
a
sounds, I
big
really,
difference.
really, really don't want that to go to extra time tomorrow.
Oh,
It's too cold.
Yeah.
The kiosks will be closed. We won't be able to get a
Yeah,
bovril.
No, I don't think Huddersfield will be coming. I don't think they'll be coming as hyped. They won't be as hyped up as we will be. I don't
Oh
think, for
no,
a game. I don't
definitely
think so.
not.
No.
Because it's not
Definitely
even
not.
as if the
incentive
lure
isn't
of
the
Man
same
United
for
at home for them
They've
is.
just played Man United, this weekend. So.
And yeah, it's not as if the lure of playing them is
Yeah.
there. The
Yeah.
financial side of that isn't really there
Yeah.
for them. So, and recent results, they want to focus on staying up, really. The only
Yeah.
thing that I think could be the hiccup is what I mentioned earlier, the fact that players that do come in for them will want to prove a point to Wagner.
yeah,
That's the only
yeah.
thing I could think. I can't look past us
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, the positive is that they sold Joe Lolly, didn't they? He's a Villa fan and he always scores against us.
So, but
They sold him
if
in
someone
January,
if someone's
so-
listening has got like odds checker or something on their phone, find out how much it is for Blues to qualify tomorrow. Not just so much to win in 90 minutes, but to overall qualify
through,
through
yeah.
the game. Because that might be worth
I
a
reckon it's
good little
about-
bet
I
on
reckon
tomorrow.
You'd be looking at
Going to
evens for
four.
that.
Talking about Villa
Yeah.
fans and Villa players,
Yeah.
Fat Gabby is fit, apparently.
But it's worth
Get
the quick,
lost.
I reckon.
I don't believe that for 1 second that
Fat
he's fit enough
Gabby,
to play.
Fat Gabby is fit as well.
Rubbish.
So I just hope they won't put him in the team.
No
Sunday
way
says
is he
yes.
fit enough to play a football match. Never in a million years. I'm fit
Oh, no,
enough.
sorry, it
I'm
says
fitter to
fat.
play 90 minutes than he is.
It says fat.
Adrian's
No.
just said, what's happened to Mr. Fun's transfer exclusive night? I'm a
Well,
bit of a
you-
transfer
there was no one
The
going.
What is the bullshit? I could have gone there and just sat in the car park
Played
on my own.
dominoes.
And
On your own,
played with this flick thing.
Oh, Alex Palace said 4 to 5, so pretty much even money for us just to qualify. That's a cracking bet for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Big Sam's tips on Tilton Talk.
Worth the quid.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Gamble
that,
responsibly, kids.
17 to 10 in
that
90
word's been
minutes.
mentioned again. Well, that's definitely a red card.
Which one?
The
When
Deeney
the fun
word.
stop, Mr. Fun.
I don't know what it is.
Well, to be fair, he only
Yeah,
says
sure, yeah.
we haven't
It's a
got
perfect
Deeney
thing.
type of money, which
No, absolutely. We haven't got any one kind of money at the moment.
I don't think we've got Deanie's brothers.
I
money,
know,
have we?
yeah.
You're listening to Trevor Francis on the Tilton Talk show.
Jot needs to play some part against Villa to make up for that shocking miss.
Yeah, that was time stood still, didn't it, at St Andrews when he went through 1-on-1 and clipped it over the bar.
Yeah.
I think I was just that ploughed at that home game. I just really don't remember it. I was wasn't on
It
planet Earth.
felt like an absolute age when he went through 1-on-1. Oh.
But Ray says, yeah, both teams 5 to 6 qualify. I think that's
Yeah,
that's
it's not.
Yeah. So
That's
that-
not- I think that just reflects.
There's not a lot in it.
No,
you know,
reflects
I
the
don't think
difference
there
in
is a lot
form.
it.
We're on the up.
I can no one stick it
Huddersfield
on you
are in
because
the
I don't want the
rut.
price to go down yet.
Yeah.
And for those who are asking where Nick is, unfortunately he's had to work tonight for a
Oh, is
chat.
Nick missing?
yeah, yeah.
Oh my god.
But he's a top bloke.
He's going to love
He is
you
a
for that.
He's all right, Eddie on Nick.
Oh, I cannot wait for Vassell to get back. We would be in a different position for sure. Let's hope he hasn't lost his pace from doing his knee.
Right, let me put something forward. If Vassell's not injured against the Villa, does Gallagher come in up front? Does he still being played out left?
No,
What happens?
Gallagher plays.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if Vassell wouldn't have been injured,
Yeah.
would Gallagher
Oh,
have
I
had
see
the
what-
opportunity to play up front?
Yeah, difficult one.
You never know, do
Difficult
you?
question, and,
As
and
bad
like I say,
as-
sometimes you do get that stroke of, you know. I mean, we were saying Gallagher up front for a long time before he actually did, but actually the run that we were on, we kept losing games. I think almost Cottrell's decision was made for him. You know, we're not scoring goals. I'm gonna have to. You know, I might as well give him a chance up front. You know, and like you say, without Vassell, with Adams not flourishing as the out and out striker.
Can they all play in the same team? Gallagher, Adams, and Vassell. Do you reckon? they can get more-
I think if you put Adams and Vassell either side of Gallagher, I think that's that's an attacking option.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Innit?
Yeah, that's a force. You've got pace from either side. Both of them are good on the ball, and you've got Gallagher in between them as the
Just score
target
one
man.
more than the other team.
But
Um,
obviously,
But then you've got Magoma and obviously Boga's on loan, but
to kind of like
we can debate to the end of the day whether we think
Bring back
Che Adams is a more of a
yeah,
wide player, more of a forward.
yeah.
But for me, if you fit
yeah.
Vassell and
Yeah.
Vassell and Gallagher into the same lineup, you go 4-4-2, then you drop a midfielder.
Possibly.
That's what you look at doing, don't you?
Possibly.
Well, I think in general we've got a good squad.
Or 3-5-2.
A lot better than what the table reflects, to be honest.
Yeah,
A lot further
yeah.
up.
You gotta listen,
the only thing
I
I'd-
think I think on paper
We've said that for a
we're a
while.
mid-table
Yeah.
side, aren't we?
The main thing that the only thing that I could probably agree with on Redknapp is he said that side is more than good enough for promotion. Not so much promotion, but definitely to not be where we are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's took a while for it all to click and
Yeah.
come together, and it's nice to see it coming about now.
Another red card's coming up because someone's mentioned that someone scored.
Yeah, but do you know what? I'm happy with that because I've just
Oh,
Has he actually?
I put a
Apparently,
tenner
yeah.
on them tonight at 11-2, so I'm happy with that.
Is it a yellow card for that then?
Whoa.
No, I'm happy with that.
Oh, okay.
If Deeney, if
Respect.
the word
Round of
Deeney is
applause, I
used,
reckon.
if the only way the word Deeney can be used is if people tell me that he's scored.
I won a nice 55 quid in the
More than
transfer
that.
window. Aubameyang to Arsenal. I had him at 10-1, I think.
Oh, okay.
55 quid.
That's not bad.
And 50 quid from Giroud to Chelsea, which I think is a really bad idea. for
Right, then we're
Arsenal
now into
letting
the
him go.
gambling talk of the show.
Welcome to-
this could be a dark moment.
Post your tips for the week, everyone.
Kevin French wants us to get some Fu Manchu moustaches done as well. Enlighten me, somebody.
I've absolutely no idea.
No, I know.
What moustaches?
Yeah, the Fu Manchu, the Chinese
right.
one type things.
Right.
Yeah,
Like
probably
Salvador
too
Dali,
young.
yes.
Yeah. Cottrell was adamant Gallagher was a winger, says Ray.
Well,
He's wrong.
Do you remember the Fulham?
He's wrong.
Do you remember the Fulham game where
he's never wrong.
was
Cottrell's wrong.
Oh, right.
it was that guy that did the recording and some of the players and
Yes,
stuff. Someone
yes,
said
yeah.
to Gallagher, "Why aren't you playing up
And he
front?" He
said,
was
"I
like,
don't know."
ask the gaffer
Yeah.
why on that.
I know.
Lindsay's just said, ignore us, have a conversation between yourselves. I've missed your comment, sorry. What did you say?
I missed it. I don't know.
Sorry,
we were just having a natter.
We're just that
deep into
I do
popular.
apologise.
Sorry.
But we're
Sorry.
very
I do
sorry.
apologise.
We're just that popular. We can't read every comment.
We all fell hook, line, and sinker, but Cottrell kept us up.
Well, I hope he will, yeah. But we did fall.
should be okay
I
now.
fell for it, yeah.
Should be right though.
And Mags is back in training apparently today. There's a lot of people know everything now.
They do, don't
Brilliant.
they? Interesting how people know.
Ah, fantastic. that
People
is.
are in the know.
I don't know if people are taking the mick here, but someone's got a
Panadine
hat
scored
trick.
6 now.
Troy
Was
Deeney's
on-
just scored his sixth.
He's sick, blimey, he's in form.
Ah, that's right.
Definitely. Red card, yeah.
Looking back, I think our last goal from a set piece was Cottrell scoring against Huddersfield in the 1-1 draw. We were talking about
That was a
earlier,
long
weren't we?
time ago,
Yeah.
yeah.
When we were talking about set pieces, says Stuart.
Yeah.
Probably was.
Well, the only other one I can think of is that long throw and the opening home game of the season. It's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. And I've been to every home game. I haven't been to many away this
Yeah,
season.
but you don't watch the second half. you
No,
have
I'm
no
normally that valve
idea
point.
what's going on. in the
It's too
second
fair. It's
half.
been that season where I've had to be in that
Yeah,
state
yeah,
just to be
yeah.
able to be there
Yeah.
and suffer it.
Dave Twine says, Endoy will mark Gabby off the pitch. There we go.
Do you know what? I will actually say that that's a fair shout. Gabby is probably the only player and Doy
Yeah.
could man mark out of the
Yeah.
game at the moment.
As long as he does it. As long as he does
Yeah.
it. I hope so.
He's
I
not
don't-
fit to lace Endoy's boots, says Adam Wilkes.
He's not fit to just be on the
I
football
know,
pitch,
yeah.
period.
Yeah.
He's not fit.
It's not fit to lace anyone's boots because he's struggling to get down.
Might as well have done the last window, Chris Pugh,
Well-
says Adrian.
What's that?
I think he's talking about the
Transfer window. I
Yeah,
think.
transfer window.
Will Conte be sacked in the morning? I hope so. I've got him at 9-1 as next manager to go. So, but he's a good manager.
Oh, I
Always
just
worth a
realised
quiz.
what time it is.
So,
Two kebabs off Bruce, and he's in the squad.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. That's all he needs.
I thought Nick was a retired pensioner.
Oh,
it's a good job he can't hear this, isn't it?
it's a good, yeah,
He's
it's a
not
good
going
job
to be
he's
happy.
working.
He is going to be vile next week. He's going to be in a foul mood. If we don't lose to them, because I don't think he'll come in again.
Bring back the clappers for Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
get some vuvuzelas while
That'd be
we're
fun,
at it.
wouldn't
Yeah.
it?
To be fair, it would be a good idea for Blues fans just to dress up as clappers to scare the Villa fans.
Yeah.
So we're really
They're
intimidated by
so
them.
scared of them. Yeah.
The only thing Gabby will be taking part in will be Rate My Pie. on Sunday.
Yeah.
Nick, I don't like chicken balti pies. Spore, said
Don't
Peter.
know.
I don't know how we can't like chicken balti pies.
No, it's a baffling one.
They're probably the best thing to come out of the Midlands.
Yeah. Yeah, we're known for ELO, Ozzy Osbourne.
Between the yellow and Jasper Carrot comes the balti pie. Yeah.
There should be a statue outside St Andrews. That's what I'm going to campaign for next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wayne Merrick's, that's a good point. Jack Grealish is our danger man. He's come on form as well lately,
Yeah.
hasn't he?
He's.
I don't like
Fortunately.
Grealish.
I hate him.
Yeah.
I absolutely despise him, but he's got technical ability.
The
And,
thing I hate most about Jack Grealish is the way he wears his football socks.
yeah.
I can't.
It's asking for a knee breaker,
Yeah.
that is, wearing your socks like that.
How can the Villa fans get
I'd
behind the
love
guy
to
that can't wear
crunch his
football
knee.
socks properly?
Absolutely crunch his knee. So pull your socks up, son.
Lindsay, before your comment goes again, Conte for Blues in the morning. Then Viniak says Conte feeling the Blues. I like that. Nice little reference, getting us
I can
back
see
to
what they're
Birmingham
saying.
City,
Yes,
best
what they're
team in the world. Keep right on.
Roger says, after the ban, will you buy Joey Barton? Oh,
No.
Should that,
Next.
No.
Well, that's definitely a red card.
Yeah, that's a red card.
Definitely.
I think he's quite happy on TalkSport moaning about Everton now, to be fair. He was just moaning non-stop on Saturday night after that Arsenal game.
Sorry, Pete Taylor. Statue of Undoy holding a balti pie was treading in Grealish's head outside the car.
I will happily
Yeah.
donate to that statue.
That'd go down so well, though. That
That'd be
would.
brilliant.
It really would.
Chris, has my old man got older view for my ticket for Forest Way? No, he was supposed to ring me tonight. He's gonna get it from me if he doesn't.
So for this month now, obviously we don't know what's happening with the Millwall game because you know if one of us win our replay, that game's being
Yeah.
rearranged. So we've obviously already beat Sheffield Wednesday. You got the Villa, Barnsley,
Yes.
and who's the other one now? Is it just Millwall as well?
I think it was supposed to be Millwall, wasn't it?
Yeah. How many points you looking at?
I mean, if we get something from the Villa and we play Man United, so you rule out the Millwall game, I think if you're going in that momentum, I think we'll beat Barnsley.
Oh, Brentford. Got Brentford midweek as well. That's it.
Yeah, Brentford away.
That's
a tough game.
I've got the 3 points now. I looked at it beforehand. I said if we can get, I said 8 points. I did.
Right.
But I was factoring this in to lose on because it always seems our thing to go up to Sheffield just after New Year and get absolutely spanked.
Yeah.
My mate Michael Jones is a Brentford fan, and we've got a couple of their players in it. Is it? Didn't we get?
Well, we got Jota, Dean,
Cullen.
Yeah, we've got them, but they're still playing all right. They play with passion.
But that's the thing with Brentford. If you actually do
come to us,
if you do your research into them, the way that they actually scout and sign players is really interesting. They look at analytics and all that kind of stuff in regards to signing players.
I'm sure Southampton do that as well. They've got a book of people, and they compare and contrast the player they're about to sell and find someone just as good for half the price and sell on to Liverpool and like.
Well, it's worked for him, hasn't it? So
exactly.
Back to set pieces. Dennis says the best set piece was Mr. Fun carrying the coffin.
I didn't actually carry it.
No, you didn't, did you?
I carried the coffin.
I was at
the back of the coffin.
I stood and applauded.
I made it on Fox News and everything in America.
Stood and admired. I did.
There's only 5 million saw that.
Yes, just a 5 million.
Good show, lads. Nothing like a Monday and a bit of blues. Keep right on.
Absolutely.
Mark Wumel says he loves Mr. Fun's Mexican moustache.
Yeah, I think the moustache thing was because the wire on the
I
microphone
was looking at that.
was getting in the way, which is why I've moved over here. So
There you go. Next week,
Donald Trump wants you deported.
Tell Mrs. Brown to stop reading last week's comments. Sorry, I'm a bit behind, am I? Okay,
yeah, I think you are a little bit behind. Yeah.
There's been so many. We're up to the 1,000 mark again, aren't we? Okay.
As we're coming to the end, can I just comment on Blues Ladies?
Yes, of
so
course.
they beat Reading away in the FA Cup yesterday, 1-0 to qualify for the 5th round. We've drawn Man City at home today, which is a horrible draw, but it's a home tie, so. And we're in good form at the moment, so I think they'll be confident. But I just wanted to give praise, full admiration to our goalkeeper, Anne-Catherine Berger, who less than 3 months ago, at the end of November, was diagnosed with thyroid cancer.
That's incredible.
And yesterday she made her first game back in goal. Absolutely. And helped to keep a clean sheet at Reading.
Fantastic.
And the courage and the attitude that she has shown in the last 3 months has been absolutely incredible. And really inspirational for people who are going through cancer and or who know people who are going through it. And her attitude has been spot on. She's had the treatment, and she's been so determined to get back. And doing what she does week in, week out as soon as possible, and to get back playing first team football in a really high profile, highly competitive game.
It's inspiring, isn't it? Really,
in that time is incredible. Really is. So 100% fair play to Anne.
And for what I've seen, really the club are a lot behind the ladies and support and the fans, of course.
Player a clap, Chris.
We need an applause there.
Oh yes, sorry, yeah.
But so massive credit to Anne, and it's fantastic to have her back in the side.
Absolutely brilliant.
Okay. My friend's cousin's Karen Carner. I'm sure she used to play for Blues Ladies, and she did us proud. And
I'm still a Blues fan, and I think she said a couple of times she'd like to end her career here. So when her time comes at Chelsea, to move on, she might come back.
Okay, just quickly I've lost it now. From Vin, he says, okay, so we beat Huddersfield, we play Man United. What are our chances?
Just keep it below double figures, and I'll take that.
All right, okay.
Well, the thing is, it's the cup. It's 11v11.
Yeah.
You never know, do you? But, go and have a go.
They'll play they could
park the bus. And
play their kids.
Do you think the best result out of that game isn't so much us winning, but us getting a draw and the replay money?
A bit of money from it.
That'd be the
if we can get on TV as well.
Get on
TV. More
because the replay should be on TV because it's getting to
it's Man United. It's
a stage of the cup where it's it's the latter stages. How many replays will there be in this round? You don't know.
Yeah. Obviously our games, the home fixtures on BT Sport, so Yeah,
On the
listen.
same subject, Adam wants to know, do the BCFC ladies have a little league or infants team? As my daughter is only 6, played football at school for the first time, loved it, and now she dreams of playing for BCFC ladies in the future.
Fantastic.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
well, there's plenty of sister clubs that are linked to Blues Ladies. Blues Ladies often do, trial weekends for underage groups and young players. But there's, like I said, if you look on the Blues Ladies website, there's plenty of sister clubs that are linked to Blues Ladies, and if you go and try and get her into one of those teams, then there's free tickets to Blues Ladies for the teams and things like that. So there's lots of incentives, and as you say, you get her into one of those sister clubs, and who knows where she could go. Yeah.
Okay. Luke Griffiths wants to know, has he missed the Endoy part of the show?
You have, Luke.
Yes.
Player, leader, legend.
Yeah.
He inquired with me earlier.
Mr. Fun has come round and actually said that Undoy is probably his favourite player of all time.
Yeah, that's
that's
what I
start
said.
every game.
I won't say it again. Just go back and have a look.
He missed it. Yeah.
The mic was muted, I think.
Ben has said the magic of the cup. Remember the Carling Cup against Arsenal? I do indeed.
Yeah.
I do indeed. One of my favourite moments.
And obviously, if United come and underestimate us, then
exactly.
And they haven't been playing great.
What is your favourite Blues moment out of interest, both of you? Mine's
sorry?
favourite Blues moment. Mine's Darren Carter's penalty taking us up that time.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Bolton away. Full it meant to the club.
Yeah, possibly.
Carling Cup as well. The League Cup final as well.
Gardner's goal against West Ham.
And door signing.
Yeah, and also Andy Johnson's goal against Ipswich.
Yeah, that was class.
Bobbling over Richard Wright. I think that's a...
Zigic's goal against Villa in that cup quarter final as well, wasn't it?
There's a few.
But good luck to Adam Wilkes, and I think it was Adam who asked about his daughter, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good luck to your
Yeah.
daughter. One for the future, and hope she makes it for Blues Ladies.
Absolutely.
Keep right on. Good luck.
You never know. It's recorded for posterity now, anyway. And Adrian says, who do you people want after we beat Man United?
Spurs away.
Anyone?
Spurs away. Yeah,
Spurs away.
That's right.
Wembley.
I'd say because it'll be 6th round then, so it'll be quarter final. There is no replay in the 6th round.
No.
They've got rid of the replays for 6th round. So the round after that is a semi-final. Whether we agree with the semi-finals being played at Wembley or not is a different discussion for another time.
Spurs away. We beat them.
So we
get
free
to the
trips to Wembley.
semi-final. We beat whoever we play in the semi-final, and we win the FA Cup after going to Wembley 3 times.
I think I'd happily play anyone but Man City. I'll be relatively happy with that.
I've got to quickly say, apparently my niece plays for Blues Ladies affiliated team.
Oh,
yours does.
Yeah,
you didn't know?
Yeah, Dennis's daughter.
Well, there you
Of
go.
course, I knew that all the time.
Well, obviously, yeah. You're just
I
keeping
was
it
just
quiet from
testing
us. Yeah.
Dennis to see if he remembered.
Yeah.
is VAR
yeah.
used in League Cup, isn't it?
Via
Or
It
is
was
not?
used in the League Cup
Yeah.
semi-finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I don't think it's been used in the FA Cup.
it has
yet.
been
not
used
in
in
the
the
FA
FA
Cup.
Cup.
It has.
Yeah.
Of course, the Liverpool West Brom one.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we get to Spurs, it might be used. Yeah.
Oh, that's another debate. We can have another time about VAR, whether we agree with it
I
or not.
love VAR. I love VAR.
When you have the VAR discussion, I'll come on. I
I
don't like
I
it.
don't like it at all.
Just a quick, we haven't got long. Just a quick few favourite moments. West Ham semi. That was a class night.
Yeah.
When the roof flew off against Wolves. Stern John at Millwall.
Stern John at Millwall.
Stern John
at Villa.
equaliser against the Vile.
Yeah.
The Gary versus Southampton. Missing out on Deeney. Oh, for God's sake.
What a moment. What's your
McLeish's
favourite moment as a Blues fan?
Undoor signing, isn't
Missing out on the unrealistic signing of a Watford striker. Brilliant.
McLeish's first game in charge.
No, that was
Another
good,
one says
actually.
Stern
Taken
John.
away. I was there at that, yeah.
That was,
God,
yeah.
I was so hungover in school the next
Larson
day.
with that, wasn't it? Yeah.
And Ricky Otto's belter against Liverpool in the
Liverpool,
Cup is up
yeah,
there
yeah.
for me. Right then, thanks for listening. And don't forget to join us next week. We've got a plethora of people in the studio.
plethora?
A plethora of people in the
Oh.
studio. I shan't say anything else, but that
tuned
promises
for
to
more.
be a cracking show next week.
Sorry, quickly. Bilal says, say hello to all the Blue Noses at Land Rover. My mate's mum works there, so hi to Chris.
Hello,
and
everyone.
Connor, doing a great job there.
Please don't relocate jobs for Brexit.
Thanks to Chris Pugh, thanks to Sam, and thanks to our special guest,
Thank
Tom.
you, Chris. Thank you, Tom.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
having
with
me.
Stepping Stones.
Oh,
Thank
thanks
you,
for
everyone, for
listening.
listening.
Hopefully it all goes well.
And we'll see you all again next week.
After the derby.
Keep right on.
Keep right on.
We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Birmingham's the team, down at St Andrews. We are all supporters of our team. We chant of Super Blues, ringing all around. Now all you blue boys know what we mean. We are the lads from the Tilton. We'll support you till the end of the day. We're so happy following the blues. We love you, what more can we say? Let's see you in the cup, singing you